Hello, brothers. Welcome back to Black Flag. And today, we're going to talk about something very dangerous. Losing your calm, letting other people control your emotions. Sounds small, but a lot of people who look strong on the outside are spending their entire lives reacting emotionally to everything around them. Someone praises them, they feel good. Someone becomes cold, they feel anxious. Someone disrespects them, they get angry. Someone leaves, and they start losing control. Brother, some people go their whole lives without ever truly mastering themselves. Because the moment someone changes their attitude toward them, their emotions immediately change too. And the dangerous thing about losing your calm is that most of us don't even realize we're being emotionally controlled. We think we're reacting normally, but the truth is, one sentence from someone else can keep us awake all night. One disrespectful look can make us desperate to prove ourselves. And the moment someone can easily control your emotions, they start affecting many other parts of your life too. Your mood, your decisions, your relationships, even the way you see your own value. So today, we're going to talk about staying calm. Not to become cold-hearted, not to look intimidating, but to stop losing yourself because of things happening outside of you. There's a strange truth about human beings that nobody teaches us when we're young. The person who loses their temper the fastest in a room is usually not the strongest person there. It's the person being controlled the most. Hard truth, right? But think about it, brothers. One sentence that hits the right wound, one look of disrespect, one cold message, and suddenly your entire mood is ruined for the day. Your heart beats faster, your mind starts imagining 100 different responses, and even after the other person is already asleep, you're still arguing with them in your head. Sounds familiar? Now look at a different type of person, the kind of person who stays calm, even when people insult them, provoke them, or try to get under their skin. It's not because they're weak, and it's not because they don't feel emotions. It's because they understand something most people don't. The person who can make you lose your calm is the person controlling you. Not because they're stronger than you, but because somewhere along the way, you attached part of your self-worth to their reactions. And the most dangerous part is, most people don't even realize they're being emotionally manipulated every single day. At work, in relationships, on social media, even inside their own families. Some people don't need to hit you. They don't need to scream at you. They just need to say one sentence and your mind spirals for hours. Brother, have you ever wondered why some people seem to enjoy making you uncomfortable? Why they provoke? Why they mock? Why they constantly try to trigger reactions from you? Because most conflicts don't actually start from truth. They start from emotion. People are not trying to defeat you with logic. They're trying to drag you down into the same emotional chaos they live in. And the moment you lose control of yourself, the game is no longer in your hands. Imagine this. You're in a meeting. You present your idea seriously. Then someone smirks and says, "That idea sounds immature." The room goes silent. Your face gets hot. Your thoughts start racing. You want to prove them wrong. You want to explain yourself. You want to regain your image in the room. Or maybe more honestly, you want to prove you're not as small as they just made you feel. But the more you talk, the more awkward you become. The harder you try to defend yourself, the more emotional your voice sounds. And the other person? They just sit there, watching you react. They don't even need to be right. They just need to see you lose control. That's the moment you begin losing control over yourself. And most people don't realize it until their emotions have already dragged them too far.
Because we grew up believing silence means weakness.
that if someone insults you and you don't react, you lose. So we fight back. We explain ourselves, we argue, we try desperately to prove our value to people who never intended to understand us in the first place. But brother, there's something many people only understand after years of pain. You cannot win a battle when the other person was never looking for truth to begin with. They're looking for a reaction. They want to see you angry. They want to see you emotionally unstable. They want proof that a few words are enough to shake you. And the scariest part is, the people who can manipulate your emotions the easiest are often the people who know you the best. An ex who knows exactly what you're insecure about. A family member who knows the weakness you try to hide. A co-worker who knows how badly you fear being judged. They don't attack randomly. They know exactly where it hurts. There's a very dangerous type of person. They never yell. They never openly start conflict. They just say things vague enough that you can't strongly react, but sharp enough to stay in your head all day. Things like, "I'm just giving feedback. Maybe you're just too sensitive." And after that, you start doubting yourself, overanalyzing every word they said, draining your own mental energy while they stay completely calm. That's why so many people feel mentally exhausted even when they haven't done any physically hard work. Because they spend too much energy reacting to other people. Brother, do you know what truly separates a mature person from everyone else? It's not speaking better. It's not winning arguments. It's knowing what is not worth reacting to. Because they understand one brutal truth. Anyone who can make you angry whenever they want has power over your life. And social media is making this worse than ever. One sarcastic comment can ruin someone's entire evening. A stranger says a few meaningless words, and suddenly, we carry them around in our minds all day. We sleep with those thoughts, wake up with them, while the person who wrote the comment probably doesn't even remember us anymore. Sounds ridiculous, right? But most of us have lived like that before. The problem is not other people's words. The problem is that we unconsciously hand them the keys to our emotions and hope they'll be gentle with us. But life doesn't work like that. There will always be people who provoke, people who try to drag you into their chaos. Because people who are deeply unstable inside often cannot stand seeing someone else at peace. So they try to disturb your balance just to feel less alone in their own emotional mess. And this is where things start changing. When you realize calmness is not a personality trait, it's a psychological skill, a form of mental strength most people were never taught. The most dangerous person in the room is not the loudest one, it's the one who cannot easily be emotionally pulled around. But brother, that does not mean becoming emotionless. A mature person still feels pain, they just stop letting pain drive their entire life. They still get angry, they still get hurt, they still have days where everything inside feels chaotic. But they no longer let temporary emotions decide who they become. Because people like that are extremely difficult to manipulate. They don't let other people decide their mood. They don't let a few words control their entire day. And most importantly, they stop losing themselves because of things happening outside of them. Hello, brother. This is Black Flag. If this video spoke to something you've personally experienced, leave a subscribe to support the channel. And if you want to see more content like this, stay with Black Flag for the next videos. See you next time.